guys, let's start with feet together, legs together. Close your eyes for a moment. Center your mind. Observe your breath. Lift your heart, center. Roll your shoulders back, down and out. Lengthening the spine through the crown of the head. Keep on grounding through your feet, activating the Pada Bandha, neutralizing the pelvis, grounding through the feet and lengthening through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Gently open your eyes, interlock your fingers together. Face your palms forward, and as you inhale, raise your arms above the head. Lengthen your spine, stretch your arms, keep your elbows straight, and keep your shoulders down. Your shoulder blades are down. Keep your spine straight. Keep on grounding through your Pada Bandha and lengthening through the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and bend to the right side. Inhale, come into the center. Exhale and bend into the left. Deep breath in, reaching up higher. Deep breath out, bend into the right side. Inhale into the center. And exhale, bend into the other side. Inhale and reach into the center. Exhale and bend into the right side. Deep inhale up. And deep exhale, the other side. One more last time, inhale into the center. Exhale and bend into the right side. Maintain here. Let's go hold this for a couple of nice breaths. Keep your knees together, keep your feet together, your legs are together. Try to keep your pelvis in neutral. And feel the stretch in the left side of your body, the left of the legs. Keep your shoulders down, keep your elbows straight. Beautiful. One more deep breath here. Deep breath out. With your next inhalation, come into the center, stretch up. Exhale and bend it to the other side. Very good. Try to keep your shoulders in line. And try to keep your hips aligned. So both hips are parallel with the mat, and you're not pushing the hips to the side. Only the body is bending to the side. Deep breath in here. Warming up the forearms and the wrists. Keep your shoulders down. Planting your feet. Very good. Stretching those obliques. One more deep inhale here. Deep exhale. With the next inhalation, come into the center. And exhale and release in your arms. Shake it out. Now keep your feet hip-width apart. And from here, one more time we're going to interlock the fingers. Let's switch this time the leading palm. So we're going to keep the left on top if previous time was the right. And we're going to raise your arms above the head one more time. Straight, and now you're going to lift the hips coming on your toes. Keep on stretching your arms over your head and keep on pushing your toes down and lifting your heels. Just a deep breath here, warming up the feet, warming up the toes and the ankles. Take a deep inhale and deep exhale. One more deep inhale and deep exhale. Let's do the same thing active. Keep your heels on the ground as you inhale, lift them up. As you exhale, point them down. Inhaling, coming on your tippy toes. Exhaling, plant your feet. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling. Inhaling, reaching higher. Try to keep your ankles straight. Don't allow them to split to the side like this. Exhaling. Last time, inhaling up. Exhaling, plant your feet. And release your arms. Shake it out. Now we're gonna come into the chair pose with feet hip width apart. Raise your arms in front of you or above the head. Make sure your neck is not straining. Then bend your knees and sink your hips down. Pushing your heels towards the mat. Try to keep your knees there. Taking your tailbone, engaging your deep core. Rolling your shoulders back down and out. Inhale, lifting your heels up. Exhale, plant your feet down. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, plant your heels down. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Deep inhale up. Deep exhale. Let's do one more time. Inhaling. Coming on your toes, lifting your heels up. Exhale down. Last time. Lifting your heels. Let's hold this for a couple of nice breaths. Strong body. Keep your knees parallel. Very good. Strong core. How to feel your chest a little bit burning. Whew. Very good. I can feel that already. Inhale and exhale. One more last inhale. Exhale, heels down. Very good. Extend your legs. Check it out. Now for the next one, we're gonna open our feet around 3.5 feet width apart. We're gonna point our toes out. So just open our feet with approx 45 degrees. So we have a nice extended rotation in our hips. Keeping the pelvis neutral. So we're not gonna point the tailbone back as a duck. We're gonna put the tailbone in. And from here, let's bend the knees and go down into the gorgeous pose. You might need to close your feet a little bit to make sure that your ankles and your knees will be in line. If your knees are going above your toes, then you will have to open your feet a bit wider. Maybe you will be a little bit up. If your hips are tight, you cannot go down, because if you try, then you will splay your knees in, and this we don't want. We want to protect the knees. Sink your hips a little bit deeper. And try to keep your knees nice open. Very good. Try to keep your core super strong and your tailbone is in, lifting your heart center. And now bring your arms on the sides, 90 degrees. Inhale, extending your legs up. Exhaling, going down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. As you come up, you might still keep the knees micro bend, keep this pressure on the quads. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhaling down. One more last time. Inhaling up. Exhaling, sinking deeper into that gorgeous pose. Now here, we're gonna curl on our toes, lifting your heels up. Sink your gorgeous pose a bit deeper. Just 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, inhaling and exhaling. 5, inhaling and exhaling. Plant your hips, and very good. Now we're gonna shift our hips to the right side. So we try to keep the knee back, keeping your hips parallel to the mat. Let's bring the palms on our hips. Make sure that you're not tilting only the left hip. We try to keep both hips parallel. Then we're going to switch to side and we're going to shift those hips to the left. Make sure your knees back, your hips are in line, parallel with the mat. Very good. Then you will feel your quads. Just one more time to the other side, floating the hips in the air. And to the left. One more time to the right. Keep your knees back, super strong quads. Keep your hips parallel, that's it. And to the other side. Last time, sinking your hips to the right. Now attention here, we're gonna sink our hips deeper, deeper, deeper. Coming into Skandasana pose. Maybe you keep your fingertips on the mat. Maybe you will lift your right heel up. Maybe you will point your toes towards the ceiling. And then you will feel a stretch also on your calf muscles. You just stay here for a few nice breaths. You might need to adjust your position. You might need to slide your left leg a little bit away from you or a little bit closer. Just according to your body proportions and to how open are your hips today. You might also want to try to sink the whole right foot on the mat. But for this, you're going to need good angles and open the hips. And then you will lean your body back. Just deep inhale here. Maybe you will spread your arms. The left one will reach towards the ceiling. Just for a few more nice breaths here. There's a nice stretch in your hips area, your groins. Deep inhale, deep exhale. And let's switch to the other side. You're going to plant your palms or your fingertips. You're going to shift the weight of the body to the left. We're going to sink our hips down. You might need to plant your left foot or you will stay on the left fingertips. Whatever works for you. You can keep your fingertips on the mat, you can keep your arms in the air, doesn't matter how deep you are, maybe you will be here. It's the same posture, it's also Skandasana, the side lunge. Or if you want it more difficult, then you will spread your arms, you're going to reach the way towards the ceiling. Opening the shoulders. Just for a few nice breaths here. Very good. Feel the opening in your hips. Just breathing deeply. Breathing out. And bring your both hands on the mat. Keep your fingertips or the whole palm down. And let's switch one more time to the other side. Coming on the right side. Side lunge now. Very careful if you have any knee issues, any pain in your knees, you need to be super careful because this position contains some risk for your knees. So make sure that you do all these movements with control and awareness. We're gonna walk our palms forward and we're gonna pivot around either on the toes or on your heel. And we're gonna point our hips towards the front or towards the back side of the mat according to how are you standing in front of the camera. So you're gonna point towards the narrow side of your mat. Coming into low lunge. Nice and easy. Just for a few breaths here, let's check the alignment. This is a very basic posture, but let's make sure that we are doing it correct. So we're going to keep the fingertips on the both sides of the right foot. We're going to keep aligned right knee and the right ankle. Now we're going to pull the left leg a little bit further. So we want to keep straight. Now if you're here, then it makes not much difference if you can go a little bit further because we want to stretch the hips area. And from here, make sure that your hips are not diagonally. So the goal is not to go back, the goal is to feel the stretch on the front side of your left leg. You're going to push that left hip forward and down. Both hips are facing forward. Keep your shoulders down. Lifting your heart center, lifting your chest, activating the big wall. Maybe you'll keep your fingertips on the mat. I'll choose this option every time when I can, so that I can also strengthen my palms and my wrists. I think this is very important. So, if you like, you can also try. This will protect your wrists, will strengthen the forearms, and it's very useful for the daily life, I would say. Take a deep breath here. Deep breath out. Let's tuck the left toes under. Let's lift the left knee. Keep on squaring your hips forward. Just for a few breaths here. Adjusting your alignment. Right knee, right ankle in line. Beautiful. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Keep on rolling your thighs in. So you want to rotate the right thigh in. Then you will feel this good stretch. Deep inhale. And then exhale and extend right. We are coming to our next posture, the pyramid pose. We have here a few different options. I'll show you quickly. We'll go through them and then we'll choose what to do. So, first we're going to plant the right foot on the mat. And then we are coming on the left toes. See, the left heel is in the air. But we'll pull the left heel down towards the mat. Now it really depends how open are your legs. If it's very wide, you feel uncomfortable, you might need to flat the left leg a little bit further. Eventually you will feel also the left heel is on the mat. It also depends on how flexible your ankles are. This position is also a bit relative how exactly your legs are going to be open, so you want to feel some stretch. And here we will keep on pushing the left heel down. This is an excellent stretch for your calf muscles, especially if you're running. I feel that your calf muscles will appreciate it a lot. Very good for the ankles, for the feet, for the Achilles ligaments. Keep on pushing the left heel down. If you feel any tension on your knees, you might bend the knees. Just a little bit, so you're not straining the ligaments. Just choose what works for you. Now another option is to plant the left heel down and point the left toes forward. This might also work for you, just make sure that your hips are facing forward. Then we have one more option that I really like. We're going to keep the right toes up. Right heel is on the mat. That's very challenging. Then you can hold the right toes and you can push them towards it. Stretching the right calf muscles, really good for the hamstrings as well. Let's hold this for a few deep breaths. You can go a little bit deeper into forward fold. Keep on rolling your thighs in. It doesn't matter how deep you are in the posture. If the posture doesn't look like mine, this doesn't matter. It's not important how deep you are, or if you're super flexible and then this is too easy for you, you can choose the option I'm doing with the toes in the air. Or the foot will be down. So wherever you are, just hold a little bit deep. Inhale. And exhale. The next part is going to be the Trikonasana. So for this, we're going to open our hips to the left. We're going to plant the left heel down and the left foot going to be in. It's around 45 degrees again. And we're going to place the right palm on top of the right ankle and we're going to reach with the left hand towards the ceiling. Few deep breaths here. This is a difficult posture. Nice, straighten your legs. There are also a lot of modifications for that posture. If you want, you can go and check my tutorial in the playlist Easy Yoga and Yoga the Basics. Just few deep breaths here nicely. Keep your shoulders perpendicular with the mat. Keep your core strong, so we don't want to relax here on our right leg, it's just there for support. And to make it a little bit more difficult, let's internally rotate the left shoulder and slide the left arm behind the back and reach with the left fingertips. Try to bring them on the right hand. From here, we're gonna reach the right arm parallel with the mat. That's for a few deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing the right palm. Stretch left arm towards the ceiling. Your next exhalation, coming to the center of your upper body. And exhaling one more time to go to pose. I know that you're relaxed. You're going to point both feet out around 45 degrees. So just to position how open are your legs going to be. And then just sink your hips down. You bring your arms to the sides. Good as arms. If you go a little bit deeper, make sure that your knees are not splayed in. Get exactly in line with your feet. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale. And let's come on our toes. Lifting your heels up. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your heels down. We're gonna sink the hips to the left. Coming into the side lunge. And from here, we're gonna walk the palms towards the other side of your hand. We face the hips to that direction. Coming into low lunge. Dancing around the mat in all directions. Your left foot is going to be pointing forward. Your right thigh is rolling in. Your fingertips are super strong, lifting your chest. Maybe you'll look forward, maybe you'll look up. If you look up, make sure to strain your neck. The head needs to be extension of the spine, so the curve needs to be also in your upper back. So the whole back will be gently bending back, and then you can look up. Strengthening the neck. This is just an option, do it for yourself. Yeah, as ridiculous it might sound, but if your neck muscles are not strong, then looking up will cause you pain. So make sure that you're doing what works for you and for your neck. Let's check quickly our alignment. It's important to make sure that left and left ankle are in line. There are some different options. Maybe you see that portion somewhere where the knee is beyond the toes. And they say that it is excellent practice for the ankles, again for the calf muscles. I really personally don't like that one because every time the knee goes beyond the toes, then all the pressure comes on the kneecap. So we want to avoid this if it's possible. Just for a few deep breaths here. Stretching the bones. Rolling the right eye gently in. And now we're going to do the right arm, lifting the right heel up. Both hips are facing forward. And breathing in. And breathing out. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, let's come into our next posture, pyramid on the left side. Keep your fingertips on the mat and make sure that you're spreading your hips forward, rolling the right leg in. You can choose the option that you like. You can keep your right heel in the air and pushing it to the mat all the time. Or you can plant the right heel, put your toes out. Make sure you're squaring your hips forward. Or you can lift the left toes up. You can also hold the left toes. Feel the stretching your calf muscles. If your knees are hurting, you might need to micro-bend them or go a little bit forward with your right leg, shorten the distance between your legs. So choose what works for you. If you cannot keep your fingertips on the mat, you just micro-bend your knees. Or if you have yoga blocks around or anything else that you could use, like a big book, go ahead. We're gonna stay here a few more breaths. With each exhalation, you can go forward, you can forward. So ideally, the gazing point, the direction here is towards the left big toe, but you can also look towards your left knee. Both works. Just if you look towards the left big toe, it's gonna be also easier for you to find balance. With each inhalation, your chest is lifting. With each exhalation, your belly is going closer towards the left. Going deeper into our forward. Choose the alternate walks where your knees are straight or might bend. Left toes are up or down. Almost there, just few more breaths. Feel the back side of our legs. Focusing on cultivating the in element today. Breathe more slow forward folds are calming the mind and the nervous system. And working on the hips area is releasing a lot of stress, a lot of fears. It's also good to cultivate the female energy. Kind of like the in element. And now it's ready for the Trikonasana pose. Did the Trikonasana, plant your right heel down, point your right toes in. You want to keep the left heel and the right inner arch in line. Gonna plant the left palm on top of the left ankle and gonna extend the right arm towards the ceiling. It's a beautiful Trikonasana. Try to keep your shoulders in line, perpendicular with the mat, and we want to imagine that our hips are also perpendicular with the mat. So this is our goal, to keep them as possible as we can in one line, perpendicular to the mat. Keep your shoulders away from each other. Keep your core strong, keep on pushing your left hip forward and your right hip back. And let's let the right arm behind the back, the right fingers will come on your left hand. Let's lift the left arm. Just very super quickly activating the deep core. Before going into the deep stretch. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Releasing your both arms. Letting the connection coming up into standing. Releasing. One more time, beautiful goddess pose. Toes are pointing out. And sink your hips down. Maybe you will come on your toes. Make sure that you choose the distance that works for you. Just for a few breaths here. Breathing deeply. And breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. Bend your hips down. One more time, we're going to go through Trikonasana pose to the right side. So we're going to point the right foot towards the narrow side of your mat. Maybe this is the front or the back side of your mat, depends on the direction that you are. Inhale, spread your arms. Exhaling, going down into your Trikonasana pose. And just for one deep breath here. Inhaling. And as you exhale, bend the right knee and bring the right arm in front of the right foot. We're going to come into half moon pose. Lift your left leg up. You will keep it parallel with the mat or diagonal. Both are fine. Try to keep your hips perpendicular to the mat. And you can look down towards the mat, choosing a gazing point. Or you can just look to the side. Keep your shoulders perpendicular with the mat, spreading the arms away from each other. Exhale, keep open up. If you cannot reach the ground, maybe you will take a book or a chair or anything that you have handy and use it as a prop. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Maybe you're gonna bend the left knee and grab the left foot. The left foot will be keeping inside of the left palm. Feel the stretch in your left hip flexors. Deep inhale and deep exhale, gently releasing. Bending the right knee and staying the left leg back. Coming up into standing, let's switch to side. We're going to point the left foot towards the narrow side of your mat. Keep your hips for now parallel. The right foot is going to point in. Spreading the arms away. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend into the left. Coming in your Trikonasana. Just for one deep breath. Inhaling. And exhaling. Bending the left knee. Bring the left fingertips in front of your left foot. And let's shift the weight of the body on the left foot, lifting the right leg up. You can keep it parallel with the mat or diagonal, both are good. Try to keep your hips open. So for this posture, for the half moon pose, we're gonna keep our hips open. This is a very good hip opener and the balancing posture. Cultivating the female energy and the yin element. Plant your left foot down and Keep on pushing your fingertips towards the mat, spreading your shoulders, spreading your arms. Gazing at the chosen point in front of you. Down on the mat, or you can just look to the sides, wherever works for you. If you feel comfortable here, you can bend the right knee and grab the right foot. So for this modification, we're going to keep the right shin bone parallel with the mat. So we're not going to pull the right foot up, we're going to pull it back, and the right foot is going to kick inside of the palm. Just for one more deep breath here. Inhale. And exhale, releasing your body with the left knee. Step it back. And come into standing. One more time to go this pose. Just point your feet to the sides. Inhaling. And exhaling, sink your hips down. Maybe coming on your toes, maybe with one leg, maybe with the other, or maybe with both. Deep inhale here. And deep exhale, plant your heels. Just float your hips to the right, coming into Skandasana pose. You can keep your fingertips in front of you or on the mat. If you want, you can spread your arms. If you want, you can also roll around and do a bind, wrapping around your right thigh. Working out for the shoulders. Downward rotation in both shoulders. Very intensive posture. You can keep your left ankle active, pointing the toes up. And if you can plant the right heel down. Difficult posture. Finding your balance. Just stay wherever works for you. I really like that posture. It's a very good stretch. Especially now during the lockdown. If you're also spending a lot of time sitting, and of course we don't have our active lifestyle as before. Even if you do sport, I think it's quite difficult to maintain your physical level as before. So I think that posture is very, very good in the lockdown to release the pressure and tension from the legs. Inhale here and exhale, releasing your bind. Walk your palms in front and bring them on the sides, so your right foot coming into low lunge. So inhale, raise your arms above the head and sit your hips back and gently. Lifting your heart center, keep on squaring your hips forward, rolling your left leg in. And rolling your shoulders out. One more inhale. And exhale, bring your palms on the mat, taking your left toes under. And coming into whole pyramid pose. Choose the position that works for you and the distance that works for you. Just for a quick breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Continue in the Trikonasana pose. Inhaling. Raise your left arm towards the ceiling. Planting your left hip down. And exhale. Bend your right knee. Let's continue directly with the half moon pose. Bring the right hand on the mat. Coming into the half moon pose. Maybe you hold your left foot. And if you like, we can try now one more option here called sugarcane pose. Shavasana, in which The knees gonna point down, and you're gonna pull the foot up, the left foot up, and both hips will be squaring forward. So we have internal rotation in our hips. Just different options. Both postures are very similar, but maybe you can see and you can feel the difference. Feel free to use a prop. If you cannot reach the ground, go ahead. Inhale here, and exhale. Let's bring both hands on the mat with your left arm on the mat and keep on reaching your left leg up. Coming into standing straight. Inhale, and exhale. Then with the right knee, let's step the left leg back. And through a Trikonasana pose, coming into the center. Let's do the other side. Go this pose, pointing your feet to the side, sinking your hips down. Maybe you will come on your toes for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling, hands down, sinking your hips to the left, Skandasana. Choose the posture that works for you. Maybe you will spread your arms, or maybe you will finish the bind. Wrapping around the left thigh. My left hip is today better than the right one, as you can see. I lost the balance on the other side. And there is always a difference between both sides. So yeah, explore your body. See what works best for you. Finding a balance in that posture, choose what works best for you. Keep on grounding through the left foot and keep on pointing your right toes up. You might need to adjust your position here. Maybe you will slide the right foot a little bit away. Breathing in. And breathing out. Sinking your hips down and feet, and now stretching your shoulders and your hips. A very good posture. This is one of my favorite. I like it so much. I hope you also like it. And you can feel it. If you are not ready for the bind, don't force yourself. Maybe it's not today the day for the bind. Keep on practicing. And eventually it will happen. Take a deep inhale here and deep exhale. If you're binding, release the bind and walk your palms on the sides of your left foot. Square your hips forward. Bring your right knee on the mat. Low lunge, equestrian pose. And raise your ball down up as you inhale, gentle back bend. Keep on rolling your right thigh in and sinking your hips down. Lift your heart center and roll your shoulders back down and out. And deep breath here. Inhale and exhale, point the palms down. Plant your fingertips. Taking the right toes under, lifting the right knee, and coming into our next pyramid pose. Choose the option that works for you. This is very deep. You're not going to hold this side so much into that posture. We're just going to prepare going quickly to that posture again. Take a deep inhale. And deep exhale, releasing your left foot. Planting the right heel, raising your right arm up. Trikonasana pose. Just to compare, going quickly through the same postures again. How do you feel now? Is it getting better? Inhale and exhale and bend the right knee. Half moon pose. Lifting your right leg up. If you like, you can grab the right foot. Ardha Chakrasana. Now first we're gonna pull the right foot back. The foot is always kicking inside of the palm. Plant your left foot, gazing the crescent point. Maybe if you like, let's try the other posture, Shuriken pose, Chapasana. We're gonna point our hips down, roll your thighs in, and keep on lifting the right leg up. The right foot is still kicking inside of the palm. Now we have closed hips. Take a deep inhale here, deep exhale, releasing gently the foot. And if you like, you can bring your both palms on the mat, standing split. Inhale, and exhale, bend your left knee, step the right leg back. Through Trikonasana, coming up into the center. And one more last time, go this pose with your both feet up, sink your hips down, inhale, and exhale. Coming up, now we're going to point our toes in. So we're rolling the thighs in. Interlock your fingers behind the back, inhaling, looking up. As you exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Folding forward and down. Right leg standing forward fold. Relaxing, keep off your breath to reserve it. Deep inhale here. Deep exhale, maybe you release gently your fingers and you can grab your big toes. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, folding forward. Prasarita Padottanasana deep. Activating your Mula Bandha. Going deeper into your forward fold with each exhalation. Deep inhale, deep exhale. With your next inhalation, come into halfway up, bringing your palms on your hips. Micro bend the knees, activating your pelvic floor. Inhale and coming up. Now we're going to close our feet. Slowly, you might get dizzy after standing up, so proceed always slowly with awareness. One more time, we're gonna interlock our fingers. This time, we're gonna lift the hips and come into the chair pose. With the arms over the head, the legs are together, the knees are together, feet are together. Activate your deep core and keep the shoulders down. Tucking your tailbone in, just for a few breaths here. Inhale. And exhale, maybe go a bit more deeper. Inhale and exhale, going a little bit deeper and deeper, and then releasing the palms, sitting down on your sitting bones on the mat, grabbing your big toes, a small boat pose or a full boat pose. You can keep your legs straight if you like, you can keep them bent. If you like, you can release your arms. Strong boat, just for a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Almost there. Inhale. Exhale. Last time inhale. Exhale. Bring your feet down. Palms behind you. Reverse table pose. Purvottanasana. Keep the feet hip width apart, keep the knees parallel, your palms are pointed out. As you inhale, lift your hips up. Feel the stretch in your abdominals. Internal rotation in your shoulders. We have done a few times this class, so your shoulders are prepared. You can lift your hips a little bit higher. When your shoulders are tight, then you cannot lift your hips even if you want them. Inhale, taking your tailbone in. Exhale, lifting high. And last time, inhale, and exhale, release. Paschimottanasana, feet are together, legs are together straight. You can hold your big toes, Paschimottanasana up, or we can hold the outer edge of our feet, or you can hold the feet on top, wherever you like. Take a deep inhale, lift your chest up. And the outside exhale, push your belly towards your thighs and go deeper into your forward fold. Relax here, let everything go. Deep inhale, deep exhale, maybe go a little bit more deeper. Inhale, halfway up, exhale, come to the center. Baddha Konasana or a butterfly pose, keep your feet together. Knees on apart, bring your feet close to your body. Grounding through the sitting bones, pushing your knees down. Just take here for a deep breath with your straight spine, lifting your chest up. Keeping your shoulders down, feel your neck free. This is also an excellent exercise for your neck. Did you know that? It's not just for your hips. Keep your shoulders down and then you feel the neck free. It's awesome, isn't it? Keep on lifting your chest up. Feel the freedom in your shoulders, yes. We're doing hip opener and you rock for the shoulders. Isn't that great? For the same time. Deep inhale here. And deep exhale. Now, keep the hips and the legs where they are. Just walk your palms behind you. And without changing the position of your sitting bones, just roll vertebra by vertebra, bringing your spine on the mat. You will feel that maybe in your sacroiliac joint. And then just come into a laying position. Coming into Supta Konasana. Bring your palms on the sides. Just stay here for a few breaths. If it gets too much, you can always go ahead and extend the legs into Shavasana. Observing your body, your hips area, the heart center. Observing your breath and your mind. Is there any difference compared to the beginning of your practice? Take a deep inhale, deep exhale, and rotate to your right side. Keep your eyes closed. Maybe the right arm is under the head as a pillow. Deep inhale. Deep exhale, pushing with the palms and coming into any comfortable for you sitting position with a straight spine, closed eyes. We'll finish our practice with 3 rounds of Om. Take a deep inhale. Deep inhale. Deep inhale. Bring your palms together, if you like, in front of your chest. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, slowly, gently go. Open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste. If you like this video, please give me a like or comment or just share your feedback with me. And just for info, I'm also giving yoga classes on Zoom. You will see below the link to my website where you can get a ticket, and then I can also see you if you like, if you want to keep the camera on, or just you can practice in real time. It's a different feeling, whether nice watching replay or practicing live on Zoom. For now, only these are the options. I hope that soon we can reopen the yoga studios and then we can finally meet face to face to practice. As you can see, I'm all by myself in this empty yoga studio and I'm missing you here, guys. So, see you next time. Bye.